Yeah. Welcome to the show. Welcome to...
You say a fuck you to me. I say a fuck you to you.
Welcome to kind of a late start, Brian. We had to reset the computer.
I know.
Readjust everything. You know, once we commit to, wow, we have to reset the computer. That means there's about 5 internet windows we have to get back up.
Yeah.
Chats, fucking Chrome, casts, fucking... SDI conversion rates have to be adjusted. What else, Brian? 1.21 gigawatts of electricity need to be reset through the fucking router. His camera, I gotta touch his fucking camera. Welcome, King Lord Brian.
What's up?
Good to have you. I'm all fired up. I'm mad about being late.
Yeah.
I'm all pissed off because the fucking computer program we use to stream here. A lot of people use what? Brian, OBS?
Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, OBS. These are all different flavors of almost the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm here standing true. Old school. Because we got a free lifetime subscription for being early ambassadors with XSplit.
Hell yeah.
And I always get her running, but sometimes you got to give the old girl a kick in the hind legs and massage the right parts. Reset the computer a couple times and get her rolling. You know?
There you go.
Well, once you got her rolling, she purrs like a kitten. Can I tell you what? Thank you for coming back, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
We missed you on episode 500. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah. I'm excited to be back.
You were out on a mission in Florida.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And what is in Florida?
I was at Disney World. It was good, man.
I've still never been to the world.
I'd
never
been
done
there.
Epcot. Never done any of this shit.
Oh,
that was your first time?
Yeah. First time in Orlando. First time out at the Walt Disney World Resort. Went with my brother and my dad.
Wow. So it was like a big group?
Oh, it was just us 3, but it was like 3 of the same person. So like we all maneuvered the lines really quickly. We don't like waste a lot of time, and we were just, when we're going to have fun, we go and have fun. So we were there and just had a blast. We did 4 parks in 3 days. God damn,
that's a lot, right?
That's a lot.
Dude.
But it was a good-ass fucking time. Like, we hit everything we wanted to hit. And it's really fun. But, man, all I could think is if you're trying to bring your family out here, this shit must cost a fortune.
Dude. If
like
you have
10 grand.
Multiple children
like
to
10 fucking grand.
To put up. Yeah, it's got to be crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you had some R&R and relaxed.
Yeah, dude. I went to Pandora. It was cool.
You did?
Yeah.
Was that the coolest shit there? Like the most high-tech,
newest
shit?
The newest thing there was not that. That opened in 2017. But it did impress me, the Banshee ride where you get on the back of an Ikran and you go on a fucking fly. It's like a...
no skim wings, just Banshees.
Yeah, just Banshees. Well, no, actually, skim wings are on that ride.
Whoa.
Skimwings
They've
and
added
Tulkun.
Oh,
No.
Tulkun? He was
No,
there.
it was there from the beginning. He gave them like an advanced version of what he was going to put in the movies.
They had advanced Tulkun.
Yeah.
Tulkun tech.
It was pretty ridiculous. Like, the land itself was cool. But honestly, the thing that impressed me the most was there's this Seven Dwarfs mining ride that's like a roller coaster.
Sure, yeah.
That one was so much fun. Nobody talks about that one when they go there. It's like Thunder Mountain on crack, because you sit in a barrel that like turns
sideways.
When you take a bank turn, it like, kind of rows back and forth. So it's really, really cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to talk to us about Disney World, excuse me, I almost landed you.
Mm-hmm.
Discord in. Brian knows how to drop that Discord link. You know what I noticed, though?
Huh.
That's the wrong link. That link takes us to the Mega 64 Discord, which is not where we take your calls, because we take them on the Poorly Played Stream Discord.
Not that one.
Oh, maybe I changed it.
The PPS Discord always took you here. If you hit just Discord...
Oh.
That takes you to the Mega 64 Discord.
Oh, that's what I did then last week. I was trying to get fancy, like I knew what I was doing. So, okay, you got it. You already fucking got it, bro.
Because we had to set up a Discord, or we had it set up first, I mean.
And, because I never use those Nightbot things, and then I saw you the other day, and I was like, oh, I gotta remember to do that when he's gone. Especially for episode 500. We watched, like, so many prank calls. And I gotta say, like, I was very moved that Rocco, Derek, and Sean all surprised me and came in to visit me on episode 500.
That's cool. Yeah.
They hung out. Derek stayed for the whole fucking episode and really was jamming with us, like listening to the old prank calls.
That's cool.
It was a good time. Thank you for all the callers that called in.
Yeah.
And everyone who tuned into the episode. That's kind of a big achievement, I think.
Yes, it is.
I don't know many things that I've done and refined 500 times. On a almost weekly basis. So
yeah, I mean, right? It's not...
The Mega 64 podcast. I mean, it's up there too.
Yeah.
Do we still number those? I don't even remember.
Oh yeah, you guys are at like we're always around 100 behind the Mega 64 podcast.
I think we started it
like
at some point
2 years or 3 years after is when you started the PBS. No, because the podcast started out in 2008.
So we figured like it's been 10 years of since me and Eric Badur played Minecraft on a MacBook.
I think the first one went on air in either 2010 or 2011, May of 2010 or 2011. So you've been on the air either 12 or 13 years doing this show.
Damn, dog.
I always tell people that when, I mean not always, but I often remind people when they call.
Gotta get used to these.
That like. We are one of the longest running streams out there.
That's what I'm saying.
People just don't know. They don't know.
Well, we have a refined sense of a taste here at the Poorly Played stream,
Yeah.
Only the Mega Sixtifarians that get it. Only the true internet soldiers that are
damn right
deep diving with Brian and I every week here know.
Yeah.
So what we're playing this week, too, is just chilling out in the Bloody Palace. I remember last time I tried to stream this, and this is just on a base PS4. I feel like I could lighten the colors even. Darken them, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. The game that I picked this out because I was just kind of like looking at my old PS4 games. We brought in that last week to play Metal Gear 5, which we're gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing this summer, but I was just fucking around because it was, it was a celebration episode. So I was I gotta play my favorite game. So I picked this though just because I remember last time we tried. I think I kept tweeting out that we're gonna do the Bloody Palace, and then I would get here and from week to week it wouldn't have been out. It was like slowly released DLC. Yeah, it's not out yet. What? Fuck! I tweeted we were gonna do Bloody Palace, and then I don't think we ever actually did it. So here is maybe the first maybe not, but the first time we've ever got to the Bloody Palace. I've only jumped like 3 clicks in, whatever, 3 levels, I guess.
Are you fully updated?
I am fully updated. I could purchase Virgil. It said that on the front screen.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. Like your character is upgraded. I didn't mean to say
updated.
Yes.
I don't remember a lot of the stuff, but goddamn, like I've got like the fucking hat, which you spend the blood echoes on. But the fucking grenade launcher is just too much, dude. The
Resident
grenade
Evil
launcher is so good. They're the
and you got Sparta.
Ladies rockets.
This ended up being one of the better looking games on the PS4. Just again, the RE engine really is incredible. But on PS5, this looks incredible. Like this game
I should
looks
update
like
this.
next gen game.
Yeah, because my game save and everything was just still chilling on my PS4, so that's why I just brought this out.
Yeah.
Can we just go back to Ebony
No,
and Ivory?
I like that you went back to it. Honestly, I think it's cool to go back to the OG version.
I'm gonna keep it in gunslinger mode. I've got Sparta here. My demon sword. I've got a devil trigger too. I think when my arms are on fire, I could use it. Honestly, this game played so different, like with Nero, and then switching back to V. And now Dante, I remember you got like kind of later on in the game.
Yeah.
And this is the most standard I remember playing. Let me go devil trigger. Let's just see how we handle
Did
it.
I ever play this on KLBR? I think I might have run through this as Virgil on KLBR.
You bought the Virgil pack?
The PS5 edition includes everything.
got
So
everything.
yeah, I played I think Virgil a couple years back.
I wonder.
I remember enjoying it, but you don't get any of the fucking cutscenes.
If I could, oh really?
Yeah, because they don't. He doesn't. He's not involved in any of them. You're just getting to play the missions as Virgil.
It's probably the speedrun technique.
Yeah.
I beat this game, once, and this is my latest save here. But I never, did the Virgil mode. I don't think I went back and played like as V or like even the other characters you can unlock.
Yeah.
I think I mainly went through as Nero and then Dante, like when you got to play him.
Nero was cool.
Yeah, the whole like grappling like arm thing was really fucking cool. I don't remember the mechanic enough to want to try it right now. Oh yeah, I need a bigger gun.
He was a lot more fun than I expected him to be, and so was Virgil or
what the fuck?
V.
Why am I stuck? V was fun with the Panther and all the like the familiars you could call.
And that was a really fun way of bringing a new dynamic to Devil May Cry. I hope they release more. This game was fun. It's been long enough that if they
something
put
to break
something
those
out,
shields,
it'd be great.
This game was like PS4. It's the last DMC.
Yeah.
DMC, yeah.
Yeah, the most recent DMC is this one.
I don't know if it's time for a new one yet. I still haven't wrung all the juice out of this one.
Yeah, but I probably won't. I did what I wanted out of this one.
I just feel like if I ever wanted to play, which like today kind of came calling.
When you said Blood, I thought we were doing like Elden Ring or Bloodborne.
Well, dude, I mean, I've been playing more Elden Ring at home, and that was the first instinct was like, damn, I should just get I should get more Elden Ring going because I could fuck around in that forever.
It's fun. It's fun to watch you die a bunch.
Yeah, on the same thing because I'm talking too much.
You're talking and just running and doing the same thing every time. No, but then you'll do like some really fun boss fight and really get the hang of it and fuck it up.
Yeah, at home I've been fucking some bosses up. I beat Godric and Margot for the 4th fucking time.
Yeah.
So I've unlocked like a new area, and I was thinking, there's a lot I haven't explored. It's weird when you open a new area in that game, it like just gets fucking fresh again.
Really?
Whereas like if you were kind of feeling stagnant before, time up?
Oh,
I didn't realize it's time.
Okay.
If you fall stagnant in Elden Ring, it's like as soon as you discover like a storyline unlock or a new path that opens up a new area, then I'm finding like, okay, here's like 6 new checkpoints in this new world I didn't know existed on the map. That game keeps like surprising me when I'm feeling like I let it down. Did I not continue?
Maybe. Or maybe you don't get to continue.
In the Bloody Palace, I don't know. Do you lose your
Probably.
Do you lose your orbs? I don't remember. I don't even know how this game works. It's just essentially Bloody Palace is like a horde mode, I thought. But, I guess I'm starting over again. Okay. Should we see how V plays?
Yeah, why not?
I was just getting the hang of Dante, but we'll come back to him. We'll see how far I get with each. Today was a pretty chill day, I gotta admit. I got up with the dogs. We went on like a really long walk when Trish got home from work.
Oh, nice.
I've been outside almost all fucking day.
Nice.
My
it's good to be
hay
outside.
fever is going off, but I then like did yard work in the backyard and just stayed out there with the dogs once we got home.
Oh, good.
I got a like nice long workout in. I got tons of sun. Oh, I forgot about the other gamer girl I fell in love with in 2019.
Oh, yeah.
The girl in the van. What was her name?
I forgot her name right now.
I mean, if Lady wasn't enough of an awesome female character in the DMC franchise, we've got our newest crush. I forgot what her damn name is, with the leather welding jacket. Like such a cool touch. Like the character design in this was spot on. Kane.
Was it Nico?
Nico. It was Nico.
Okay.
Thank you. Chat, or was that you?
That was Ranty.
That was Ranty Rose. Okay, customize. We'll just go in with whatever we got. I don't want to spend orbs right now.
Yeah.
Ugh. But yeah, caught up last night. Well, first of all, like we got tons of wrestling we'll have to get to because there was the AEW pay-per-view.
Oh yeah.
We'll get to that, but last night I caught up on what were we talking about? Oh, The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, dude. That was a good episode.
We got the Troy Baker episode. Shouts out! What he awesome job and
really cool.
In the latest episode, it was very cool to see like, oh man, a familiar face from the gaming industry.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. I really liked how they did that episode, where they had that, backstory for that town a little bit more, and showing what kind of people they were, so that you get, I don't know. I really
it was
appreciate
a resort.
Yeah, it was previously a resort, but then I really appreciated the substance that they gave it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. The weirdest thing about this is not being close.
You don't interact, right? Because like my bird and my fucking cougar do it all.
Mm-hmm.
Slice them.
I can't remember. Yeah, and then I have to, once they're like stunned, I have to do the finishing move.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's just gonna change.
So yeah. Oh yeah, I remember now. I remember. This was fun. I actually really like these two. They could get really
whole different way to play.
Aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, whole different way. You know, normally in games like this or Bayonetta, when there's like, go through and play the game again, it's like a second character. I never do it, ever.
Oh yeah, me neither.
DMC 4 was the worst. I mean, there was like 4 characters. I mean, this one's pretty bad too.
It had Nero, it had Dante, it had
Virgil,
and Lady.
Goddamn.
Or at least just those 3. Virgil, Dante, and Nero. I enjoyed 4, but yeah, 4 was a little long in the tooth. I didn't need to play it that long.
I don't think I beat 4. You know, I beat this one, but I still don't think I ever finished 4.
Okay.
Come on, my cool cougar. We do have callers, Brian, if you wouldn't mind grabbing one.
Let's get our first.
Oh, it's our lovely friend
Vector. What up, Vec? Grim Vec.
Afterlife Gaming's own Vector on the phone. The silkiest voice you'll hear. Hello.
How you been?
You flatter me. Welcome back, Brian.
Thank you.
Missed you last week.
Appreciate it. I miss when I'm not on air. Honestly, it's
people miss you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I enjoy doing, and it bums me out whenever I have to miss any shows.
Yeah, it makes them that much more special.
Yeah. When I come back to them, it's really
when you
fun.
come back, it's like new energy. I gotta admit, there's something different when you change the energy. Even on the regular podcast, if one of us isn't here. I mean, they had an interesting podcast last Sunday night, the Catholic Gaming Insider.
Oh, that's right.
It's something else. But I digress. How's it going, Vector?
You know, I wasn't planning on calling in, but I saw you're playing the only other game that I've argued with people about on the internet.
The only other one. It's worth
just
arguing.
Metal Gear and Devil May Cry.
It's DMC is a franchise that's worth arguing. Or is it this game specifically?
You know, that's a good question. You know, like to your first point, like, is it worth arguing about? Probably not. But I'm just, well,
but I'm gonna.
As Forrest Gump said, I'm not a smart man, Janae.
We're having fun with our toys, and I'll be damned if you tell us how to play with them. So are you pro DMC5? Are you a fan?
Well, you know me, right? I mean,
Yeah.
It's me we're talking about. You
It's
know?
you, yeah.
So, like, if I agreed with everybody, then I wouldn't be arguing with anybody.
Sure.
Am I a pro at it? I mean, probably. I mean, because I've been playing 4 forever. You know, since that game came out in 2008.
4 is like
And
beloved.
My issue. I love 4. I mean, 3 is the best in the series. You know, just like Metal Gear, the third one's always the best.
Okay.
And somebody on YouTube pointed out, and I was like, how did I not see this before? Like DMC5. I mean, the DMC series and Metal Gear, they're the same story. Like, you have these 2 twin brothers born to a woman named Eva.
You're right, dude.
And then,
and
then
their
like,
dad.
they're the son of. The dad is like this legendary soldier who like was the best forever and
Yep.
is a legend in the world. And then the third game in the series is beloved by the fans, you know. So I was like, how did I not put 2 and 2 together? But that must be why I love the series so much.
God damn,
Yeah.
you're
It's
right.
just Metal Gear, but with demons.
I gotta revisit 3. That's a game that I just played once, and I don't think I put that much time into it.
That's what I'm thinking right now. It's because like I remember getting so lost in how big I thought 4 was.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking back, you know, and I know like 2 is like panned.
yeah,
but
two,
I remember
two I didn't even want to play.
I remember at the time not knowing it was like well, it wasn't that bad, right? But it was apparently.
No, it was that bad.
Apparently,
It was that
yeah.
bad.
We
Yeah.
played it on the stream.
And not
before,
only that,
but I don't
like,
remember 3.
2 used to be like the last game in the chronology. Like, it was so far in the future that it wasn't even related to the other games.
Right.
But 5, they decided to change all that, and everyone hates it. Well, at least I do. I don't know about anybody else.
I have heard people say that they didn't like that 5 negates what had happened, but I get
Story stuff?
Yeah, story stuff.
I don't know, like,
but
the
I get it if it's with 2 shit.
the
you know? Like, 2
storyline-
is so fucking like.
The storyline in this one and the storyline in the Devil May Cry franchise, aside from the first game, I kind of like lost track of what is happening. Same with the Bayonetta. Like I'm not really
Yeah.
sure what the fuck is happening in these stories anyway. I just like to play these games.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And that's what I had to learn.
Yeah.
Because I did a series of videos about this game, me and my team,
Yeah.
and who helps me edit and with research and stuff, and I dragged them into my bullshit, and I feel really bad about that. But
It happens.
like, this was one of the first videos that we did on the channel, or on the rebrand, was about Devil May Cry and how like you really have to appreciate the games for the gameplay and just ignore the story, because they don't care about the story at all anymore.
Well, I don't think they
And
ever cared about the story.
It's
but
like, I feel like we don't have it quite as bad as Kingdom Hearts fans, being Devil May Cry and
Yes.
Metal Gear fans. But, like, yeah, convoluted stories can be a downfall of a franchise.
I think
Yeah.
I think with this series they kind of just always wanted to do what was cool for the
Right.
story, like just create cool story moments. Like where God of War created like epic scenes for cool story moments, Devil May Cry created cool cutscenes for you to rest between that and the next badass intense fight scene like this, where you can do cool ass shit and be the character. Like the cutscene almost nowadays, I recognize, gives you inspiration on how to play the rest of the actual gameplay.
In these games, in DMC.
Because if you follow them, like the DMC game, that fucking
The
Ninja
young
Theory
Dante.
one,
Yeah.
that has the same fucking story as this game. Like almost beat for beat, except for going into the media world. It's the same sort of like dynamic where it's Dante and Virgil, and then some third person that helps them get to their thing, where they ultimately are still not going to fight each other, but fight each other for the rest of the time. Which I'm okay with, because I'm like, you know what, fuck it. If it's the case where I can just be like, hey, what's the story for this game? And then the next one comes out, and I don't have to be like, so what's the through line? That's why I love Devil May Cry. It's not like Resident Evil, where I kind of like the little bit of like, you know, conspiracy shit.
I would even say that like the Resident Evil story is getting convoluted as fuck with like the ending of 8 and the stuff they introduced kind of at the end of 7 too. Like
help me understand something, guys. I need like some therapy when it comes to 8. So
Sure.
Partway through, I mean, minor spoilers. If you haven't played it, fuck you, I guess.
I mean, it's enough time.
Yeah, especially with the VR patches out.
At a certain point in the game, Ethan talks to the vendor, and the vendor's like, "Hey, check that jar you're holding. That's your daughter's arm. Your daughter's been carved into pieces."
Yeah.
And then Ethan's like, "Oh, that sucks. I guess I'll just have to put her back together."
Well,
And that's like, it's just like a matter of fact thing.
I never.
You know what I mean?
I never
do.
really broke it down about how ridiculous that is on
do.
Ethan's part, but like, yeah, that's
Well,
not even the convoluted story I'm talking about, but that is fucking crazy.
I think I feel like Duke like makes one comment about like, well, there's still time to reform her.
Yeah, you can get her back. I think they
because-
do say that.
Yeah, and I think it's
I don't remember that. I'll have to. I don't care though anymore. So
yeah. I
I'm
think
more
like
or
right
less-
after he explains like so this is kind of like how the ritual is going to be where she's going to bring back her daughter instead out of the mega mycete they pull out Rose because it denies whatever her name is, I forgot.
But we're just supposed to accept
Reincarnation.
that its value that a baby can be carved into a jigsaw puzzle and then put back together.
If it's made out of mold, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
She's
why
a
it's
mold
special.
baby.
She's a mold baby from both of these, from Ethan and
Hey.
But at that point in the story, nobody knew that
Yes.
Ethan was made out of mold. They didn't know that
Yeah.
what's her name? Molly. What's her name? His wife's
not
name.
Mia.
You look like a mold
Mia.
baby from
I-
way back.
I do
They
agree with
didn't know
you.
the M stood for mold.
Yeah. See, I agree with you. I think that there was a little bit. They kind of like they kind of offhanded deal with it later on in the Chris scene when you switch over to Chris, and they're like, you should have told him, and it's like we didn't have time. It's like, no, fuck that, we didn't have time shit.
yeah, bullshit.
I agree with you. I agree with you there in terms of like making a point to have it be more thematically, tight. I fully agree with you on that. It's kind of silly to make you get that at the end, and not kind of have some hint of it throughout the actual story.
Whoa.
I'd agree with you.
Anyway,
But I mean,
back
aside
to
from
Devil
that-
May Cry.
Aside from that, I thought it was cool that they did something different with the Resident Evil game, and then still had it kind of fit within the world, so that they can, it's taking the franchise into a new era, and that's what we're gonna have to like understand.
Wait, hold on, pause button. Because to me, 8 was just a first-person RE4. So what do you mean by new?
So I think that the DLC and what they're clearly showing with the return to third person is like, hey, so we did this for 7, we gave the arc of Ethan, and now we're gonna go back into third person playing like they did with the Shadow of Rose, and then with
Yeah.
the DLC for 8.
To put the whole game in third person.
And then yeah, now the next whatever 9 ends up being, that's gonna be in this third person mode. It might be even Rose and wherever that's gonna go.
But it's definitely like, yeah, Ethan's story's over. We're done with the VR gimmick.
Yep.
Even though we're kind of like tacking on the VR gimmick with 8 now too.
Well, I felt like that was
That's cool. That's cool.
that was definitely to come.
It's whatever this little era of like we had to refresh the Resident Evil franchise was like. Now it seems like mainline game is getting back to like, I don't know, Chris Redfield.
Yeah, it really felt like a transitional series, which got people through a decade so that they could get back to doing new shit. Because again, like these games are franchises I think that are going to continue until like we're 50. We're still going to see Resident Evil games.
They'll just keep remaking them.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll get that Code Veronica remake I want so bad.
I
Victor.
think we will. I truly believe after 4 we get that Resident Evil Code Veronica.
No
remake.
way. Capcom wants to sweep that game under the rug. They
It's
want to
so
pretend like it
weird.
doesn't exist.
I know they do, but it's so weird.
They
it has
want people to forget about Wesker running on the walls like Trinity in the Matrix.
dodging flame blood from the fucking the plant
Alexia.
girl, Alexia. Yeah,
Dude, I love it.
dude,
Yeah,
those
that
two
game- that
creepy
game's
little
sick.
twins. Oh, make a sequel to that fucking movie. I want to say also, I keep praising the 2019 film Escape from Raccoon City. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh, I still got to see it.
Oh,
Because
see
there's-
that movie, dude. It's
they
good.
they find a fucking reel-to-reel and they watch the cutscene remade of those two kids from Code Veronica, like Alexia and Alex Ashford pulling the dragonfly
Yeah.
apart and the ants eating the
Yeah.
dragonfly parts. They put that in the movie, like shot for shot too, with that same creepy music. And
Really?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Just, there's so much love in that movie for
It's a
old Resident
terrible
Evil fans.
fucking movie, but
It
it's some of
is.
the best fan service I've ever seen, and
It
that's
is.
what kept me watching.
It's totally that. It's totally that. Oh, I mean,
But
and they
you know
the
what
best,
people are clamoring for?
what's
You
that?
know what people want? They want a new Resident Evil Outbreak.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely think that would be, especially God, the asymmetrical thing is like popping off so big. I think that would be
Man.
great.
I
Fantastic.
cut you off. What were you about to say?
No, the asymmetrical gaming is huge, especially like, how awesome old Outbreak and Outbreak File 2 were on the shitty internet connections and the technology we had for PS2. Like that on modern consoles with, as good as like that Evil Dead game runs or, I know that Ghostbusters one is
Ooh.
popping off right now.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bunch of asymmetrical games that would be so fun. Man, if they did that Resident Evil Outbreak fucking File 3. Just keep calling the sequel.
Yeah,
like-
why not?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
I'd
I'm
enjoy that.
there. I'm there for it. Or should we try Neo?
So
now?
who was it? Somebody asked in chat. I think Killer DLS was like, "What genres can Resident Evil do?" And that's something that I talked about in a video. Like the Resident Evil series is kind of stagnating because
Yeah.
people expect for Resident Evil to be the same kind of thing over and over. But in order for a series or a franchise to stay relevant, it's in Capcom's best interest to branch out and expand that universe.
Agreed.
So I
Yeah.
had a couple ideas for like how Capcom could branch out, because they've tried with like shitty ass multiplayer shooters, like
That seems to be what they try to pre-pack in, like a asymmetrical game or some kind of multiplayer game. Back in the day,
it never works.
No, we had light gun spin-offs. We had that
Yeah, like Survivor.
Survivor
and,
series.
but even Survivor is
Dead Aim.
still like in the same vein of Resident Evil. Like it's just
Yes.
like exploring an environment and solving some puzzles every now and then and shooting zombies. Like
What more do you
Capcom
want?
really needs to expand that universe and make it feel like that world is real. And so one idea that I had was like, you ever play Crazy Taxi back in the day?
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
gonna earn
Or
some
what about,
crazy money.
Yeah, remember Smuggler's Run on PS2? You ever play that one?
I never played it, but I know it.
I always heard that name. I still have. I don't know what that game is, but I remember hearing that name.
Well, imagine a Crazy Taxi style game where you're like an umbrella mercenary and you have to smuggle a virus sample across
yeah.
an environment,
Oh,
Boom.
okay.
Boom, there's an idea. And I think Killer DLS also had an idea for a JRPG, and I think that's a fantastic idea.
Resident
In
Evil
fact-
JRPG.
That would be cool.
I'm there.
Yeah, in fact, me and my team, we're currently working on a Metal Gear JRPG, and we're really excited about it.
Ooh,
Fuck
that'd be
yeah!
cool.
Really?
I think,
yeah.
I think you're right. I think like, the things that they need to do is make the game fun again. Like they have Resident Evil, they can do that third-person style shooter, and they can keep that mainline story with the remakes and whatever. But
I think Resident Evil 9 will be something that's like as close to what RE4 remake is gonna be.
probably,
Yeah.
probably. I
I
mean,
think it'll play as close to that.
I would love for them to do a lot of a lot more fun, like maybe new types of puzzles, different types of like
I mean,
of
Metal
gameplay styles.
Gear did a fucking card game RPG What else?
Yeah, Acid.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like other like I want fucking Resident Evil kart racing. Give me that.
I don't need that. Fuck kart racing.
I think didn't Nemesis appear as like a guest in some game? I don't know.
Well, I loved specifically Marvel vs. Capcom games because of the Resident Evil references, and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 I thought was like one of my favorites because Nemesis was in it, as well as like Wesker, Jill, and Chris. There were so many represented characters from my favorite franchise. Like that was such a good
I was just playing
game.
that recently. Yeah, and Nemesis does not play well though.
No, and I would always try to main him, and I never was very good.
He sucked so bad.
Yeah.
But just the fact that Jill was in 2, I remember seeing that in the arcades and being like, "Oh my God, Jill Valentine!"
Yeah.
Such a huge fan of that
And
character,
she
and they
calls-
ruined her.
Yeah,
She calls in the Cerberus dog, right?
She calls in everything. She calls in the Cerberus. She calls in a zombie, a flaming zombie.
Oh,
she
yeah.
calls in the tyrant
Tyrant,
himself.
yeah. She's got a grenade launcher. Oh, she's so sick.
It's so good. That's the best character. The next Resident Evil spinoff, I don't know what it should be. The JRPG would be interesting.
JRPG is what I would think would be cool because that is. I've
And
always
you're
said,
like solving like biohazard crises all around the world map.
yeah,
And like whoever you pick up and put on your team, like you work for the BSAA.
yeah, or you are a
Like
team.
I want Leon and Claire and Rebecca together.
It would be cool if they did like a. You guys remember that Castlevania Harmony of Despair game? It was a multiplayer.
Harmony of Dissonance.
Is that what it was?
That was
Wait,
one,
on which console?
The
that is the name.
Xbox 360 and the PS3, I think. It was a multiplayer, large map Castlevania game.
I don't remember how this fool plays.
Oh yeah, was it 2D?
It was 2D. It brought all of the characters from the GBA
I remember
games and
that.
Alucard.
I don't remember this.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's Despair is the game I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you,
Not
Ryan,
Harmony
for
of
coming.
Dissonance.
Harmony of
Despair.
Dissonance.
That's a different game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those. I mean, that's a great, just regular Castlevania game. But Harmony of Despair was a 3D Castlevania or a 2D Castlevania that was meant to be played with like up to 4 people. It'd be cool.
Yeah, in co-op, right?
Yeah, in co-op. It'd be cool if you had, imagine instead of it being like a whole new game where you play by yourself, but you do Resident Evil 1 or you do missions as the team, as STARS members, as BSAA.
Right.
So you can
Goes
even,
through the whole timeline.
or just whatever. Like I'm using an example of a game that we all recognize. Like let's say it's number 1 where you run in with the squad, right?
Alpha
You're there.
Team is there to
Somebody's
find Bravo
Chris,
Team. Yeah.
somebody's Barry, somebody's Jill, somebody's Wesker. But rather than it being, you know, how it was in Resident Evil 2, where you play A and B stories for each character,
Yeah.
it's concurrent. So we're all playing together. We can only really talk when we're in the room together or something, you know, like
that'd
in
be
terms
sick.
of planning. But that's how you solve puzzles, and it's kind of specific for each person. That would be a really cool squad-based, like PvE type thing, where it would be, you know, kind of like an escape room almost.
I'm pretty sure you're just describing Outbreak, if my memory serves.
If that's what it is, dude, then
That's how
do
Outbreak
more
worked.
Outbreak.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
really, yeah. Outbreak was kind of built in that tank control world of RE1 and 2. Or I should say
Okay.
2 and 3.
Even if it was in third person, like just fucking, you know, try that kind of gameplay style. Again,
Yeah.
I think people would be down for that.
How do I break this fucker's... Whoa.
Or like do something, I don't know, because like the series brought up a really cool like post-outbreak world, the Resident Evil Netflix series. Like, you know, they had an apocalypse and that, and like...
Oh, that one with Wesker as the main character?
Yeah, with Lance Riddick and his daughters, and it's great. I love that fucking show. But like something like that would be cool, where you're kind of now in the overrun zombie world, and now bring it back to survival in this sort of no tech era. That would be a lot more fun too. I mean, I know that's kind of like what Last of Us did, but do that with a fucking Resident Evil game. Why not?
They've
Did you
always-
guys know that that Devil May Cry originally started in the Resident Evil universe?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that's the only reason why like I started playing this franchise was because like I read that in a magazine at the time.
Yeah.
That hey, DMC is coming out. It's a scrapped Resident Evil game,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, I'll fucking play that. Who's this Kamiya guy?
It's whatever that weird. I think wasn't that the demo that we saw originally at E3, the original Resident Evil 4, where Leon had like way longer hair and a different type of jacket. And then they changed. I think that's what they changed into Devil May Cry, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're conflating two stories.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
I think so as well.
Yeah, I think Devil May Cry was just gonna be like a new Resident Evil game that was gonna be on the PS2 with like, you know, the outbreaks.
I think at one point it was being considered as a candidate for Resident Evil 4, but then it was so different that it was like, okay, let's make it a spin-off, but it was still too strange, and so they made it its own thing.
But that early,
makes more sense.
there was an early demo of Leon walking through a castle with different clothes and a haircut, and there was like ghosts that would walk through the walls. Yeah.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4, like that actual game went through 3 different iterations.
Wow. Okay.
So Capcom spent a lot of money on that, on throwing stuff away.
Well, they're
is a
definitely
shame.
getting their money's worth now because this remake is about to be like the 17th release.
Yeah. Man.
Or some shit.
Well, at least this one isn't just an up-res or a port. It's
Yeah.
It's in their remake style, which I've been enjoying.
Did not mean to just waste all.
Well, you know, Brian, I love how optimistic you are.
I just enjoy games, man. It's fun.
Yeah, I really want to be. I try my best to be more like you guys and just enjoy things, but it's so tough.
You know, I like.
When you spend.
I find myself like living in the past with how I like even want to purchase my games. Like, I still want to go into a brick and mortar and buy a physical copy. Which is
for sure.
But then again,
But
also like I try not to read too much about games before they come out either. Like, watch a couple trailers. Like, if it's a franchise I was already interested in, yeah, I set my sights, you know, for I don't try not to get too overhyped.
But yeah, for me, I think it's.
I don't play a lot, you know.
Yeah.
I play a lot of a few games I really have found to enjoy.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just put hundreds of hours into the same like 3 games that I'm just finding myself like always coming back to, rather than like, fuck, I need a new fix. Like, I used to be that way, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I'd be playing games and never finishing any of them. Now I'm like getting into like replaying just the good ones, and maybe it's cool to collect them still and never get to half of them, but I've definitely cut down on what I'm buying now.
Yeah, I think it's better that way too. I think it's more. There was an obligation, like when I was younger, to like get as many games and be versed in games so that I could have like some sort of like worldly experience and knowledge of it or something.
I talk about that all the time. Like, I thought like I should be well-rounded. I should play a
yeah.
racing game at least once a year.
Yeah. Well, when you're younger, you don't have. You kind
have
of
a lot of free time.
Well, yeah, you have a lot of free time, and you're kind of forced because there were limited releases. Now there are games coming out that I don't know about that I will love.
If you just get the basic online packages for these gaming consoles, you're getting free games every month.
Yeah, dude, I just beat Signalis on KLBR this last week, and that's a pure example of a game that I would love that I would have otherwise not known about because who the fuck talked about it? What wide release did it get?
You know who influenced me was Susie, the Spear Hunter.
Oh.
That's where I found out about that game even existing.
Yeah, I mean, I watched you play it after people recommended it to me, and I went, oh, this looks like a game for me. And then I beat it this last week, and it was definitely a game for me. Just like Tormented Souls.
I got that, like, I'd been putting it off, getting it and playing that forever, because it was like, oh, it's on the Steam Deck. I'm going to run out of time at the same level I ran out of time last time.
Yeah, you don't use your sword.
I don't think you're fully upgraded enough to play Bloody Palace.
No.
Brian doesn't think I'm using
You've
my
been shooting
sword.
every enemy and then using your sword once, and the chat is dying.
That's not how you play the game. He's got a fucking gun. You're gonna use a sword instead of a gun?
You use
Do
a
you have charge shot?
That just seems to be like at the level of the Bloody Palace, stage 9 that I can't get past. Honestly, I only really know how to play as Dante. I'm not using Virgil. I burned through all his fucking arms because there's a quick button to explode it.
Oh yeah, I do that.
And I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit! I just ran out all my arms.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Signalis is the one game that I was bummed it wasn't physical. It wasn't on console. Well, after I bought it on fucking Steam and we played it here,
Yeah.
it got a PS4 release.
Oh yeah.
And I ordered that from Amazon. And, you know, normally the reason why I like to pick up my games at the brick and mortar store isn't because I have a problem with shipping, but I gotta show you guys these pictures later of the fucking game that they shipped to me without a fucking envelope, without fucking bubble wrap, without a goddamn thing. This is Amazon Prime. They just put the fucking label.
Are you serious?
They put the fucking label on. That's
No.
That's just like the shrink wrap.
No.
They put the shrink wrap right there. Like, oh, I gotta lower the fucking
Oh
brightness.
my god, they didn't package it.
They didn't package it. It's just the fucking disc with
Oh.
shrink wrap.
So you got a second
Dude.
copy, right?
No, I am fucking done putting energy into this. The only reason I wanted a physical copy is to like preserve this game
Yeah.
in my collection.
Holy
The
shit.
disc is fine and the paperwork's a little bent, so I just put it in a different Blu-ray sleeve,
Okay.
and I'm fucking.
Amazon.
I'm not putting any more energy into sending it back and
Yeah.
getting another one, and who the fuck cares?
There are times
But-
when the Amazon really fucks up.
That's why I'd like to go. That's why I say like I like to like hunt it down at a Target
Yeah.
or a Walmart. As shitty as it is dealing with Target employees, I've had those stories. Or you know, asking the Walmart employee to go to the back and check because it was released today and
Mhm.
it's just probably not out on display. You know, like we've all been there.
Yeah.
It's part of the fun. It's
Yeah.
the fun of the hunt.
It is. That's I've never
Ugh.
seen anything that bad. I've seen it being damaged from packaging being around.
And I was
it.
like, yo, like
Jesus.
I'm not gonna waste the energy to tweet. I'm not gonna put at Amazon. What the fuck? Like I'll talk about it and I'll show the photos around here because it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was even thinking like the disc is fine.
Yeah.
I have other Blu-ray. I'll take the VR demo and swap that out.
Yeah.
You
There
know.
you go. I mean, I had to do that today. I ordered a wire, the wire I was telling you about. I ordered it last week and it said it arrived on Friday. I came back and it's not fucking there. So I had to do a whole fucking replacement order for a wire that I needed last week.
Oh, now you're even more.
Yeah. So it's pretty.
Where
pretty
is
fun.
Radio Shack when you need it now?
I know that-
There's no like local go get your wiring
There's
store.
Sam's Club, I guess.
What's that?
It's, I'm sorry, not Sam's Club. Sam's Club is where, what's it called? Fuck, that's where the actual Sam Ash, I think is what it's called. Like music stores.
Oh yeah, like a Guitar Center. They have
Yeah.
like that kind. Yeah, I guess they have that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean like
Probably super overpriced.
exactly, that was the next thing I was going to say. Best Buy sometimes has it, but like when you need a fucking, 1/8 inch to an RCA cable that's fucking 1/4 inch.
Come see me. You're an emergency next time and your shit hasn't shipped yet. I got a bag back here.
Yeah,
full.
I know.
Well,
But I need permanent solutions.
look at this smug son of a bitch, Victor. Virgil
Victor.
just.
What's
Victor,
your vector, Victor?
What's your vector, Victor? Thanks for calling
Father
in.
of the Year award.
Thanks again for calling in, man.
Yeah. It's always good to
Thanks
hear
for
from
having me. Always. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
gonna tell you guys my sob story about my relationship with DMC5, but let's just skip all that.
Okay, next time. Wait, what? Can
We'll
you be
think about
brief?
it.
What's the song?
you. Yeah,
Now
I
I'm
want to
curious.
know. Yeah, I kind of know.
What's
now,
the
now I
song?
want to know, yeah.
Real quick, super quick. Okay, so it
Going
was
back
10
to
years
Dante.
before DMC5 was announced, and so like there
Yeah.
was that spin-off DMC, which I liked. I was like, okay, hey, some DMC is better than no DMC. I'll take it.
Sure.
And I was able to enjoy that game, and I actually played it again recently. It had a blast. And so I was like, okay, the DMC that I grew up with is dead. You know, like they're not going to continue the story. We're never going to find out. Keep in mind, we had to find out that Nero was Virgil's son through an art book. That was the first official announcement that Capcom gave.
Jesus.
It was an art book that it was it with limited release. So I thought he was Sparta's illegitimate kid, and that was my headcanon. I thought that made much more sense because Sparta actually ruled over the town where Nero's from. So I'm like, you know, Dante realized his dad cheated on his mom, but he was cool with his younger brother. You know, everything was great. So then we find out, oh no, it's Virgil's kid, and he impregnated some hooker. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Anyway.
See, I didn't know. I'm glad you're explaining the timeline.
I didn't know that he impregnated some like hooker.
I didn't know any of this shit.
Yeah. That's what they say. Because
I thought they were all just
he
bros.
showed up at an orphanage. No, well, okay, I'll get into that later because I got a whole thing. So here's what happened. When I thought that Devil May Cry was dead, like this franchise that I've loved for literal decades, I thought it was gone. I wrote some fanfic to finish the story.
Okay.
And I did. And so my version is actually pretty sick. And I've been trying to figure out a way to do a series of videos about it without looking like, you know, a weirdo who writes fanfic.
Hey man, we've all been there.
But
I dabbled in Evangelion.
But not only did I write fanfic to finish the story, but I also designed some gameplay to go with it because I was like, hey, DMC fans, they like their gameplay, they don't really care about the story. So I just was like, hey, here's how I would make the game. I would bring back all the enemies from throughout the series and whatever. And so, you know, I spent months on this project writing this DMC fanfic, and then they announced DMC5, like out of nowhere. They actually decided to bring the series back after they had killed it with the DMC reboot. And then the final version of the game wasn't anywhere near as good as the version that I wrote. And so I was left no other choice than to be a hater. Hating ass hater, chugging haterade all day.
They had no idea that you were going to be, creating your own version that's going to differ from what their vision was for this.
Well, see, that's how new franchises start, Beck. And what I appreciate more than anything is that you don't hate without action. You know, most people who hate in this business, they just fucking hate. They sit there and they Jim Cornette make up fucking reasons to not like shit, right? But Vex, like, so I wrote something, I designed the game around it, like, and now
the motorcycle.
Now you can literally, if you want to, I mean, this is...
see, that's the thing. You turn this into, well, I think you're going down this road, like, your own project.
Yeah, again, like, the person who made Signalis loved all of the things that they loved from Parasite Eve, Resident Evil, all of those survival horror games clearly influenced them, like Silent Hill and whatever. And then they made a game where they were like, I'm going to take out the things I don't like from these games. And then I'm also going to include some of the things that I did like needing to constantly check the menus because these puzzles are confusing and making you be confused and making you run through a lot of like certain hoops. That is sort of what has been missing from some of these games. Like, there was a genuine, not frustration, but a problem that I had to solve to get to the final sequence in Signalis that was such a fucking, not a chore, but what I like about games is when they force you to look at something different. Even as simple as, like, I'm playing Captain Toad's Treasure Truck on KLBR.
Captain Toad? Yeah, that's a good game.
And that forces you to literally look at the game in different perspectives so that you learn how to do shit later on. And then it adds to your skill set. And that fucking happened. I had this one thing. I thought I had this whole tarot card fucking puzzle. And I'm like, I got it figured out. What's the problem? Well, I hadn't checked this specific thing that was standing right in front of me the whole time, which gave me the key to solving that puzzle. That was like a setup to another puzzle to solve later, and I'm sitting there waiting for like some door to unlatch or thing to happen. And instead, it's like, no, you take this to the other room, and then you solve the puzzle. And I love shit like that.
Simple as like, it was right in front of me the whole time.
It's a real obstacle. It's in front of you, hidden in plain sight, and those are good puzzles. It's playing on the gamer's expectations. So again, like that. Yeah, dude, put out these games, call them whatever the fuck you want, write your own lore to fill up the shit before that, and then you'll have your own series, man. Like that's how fucking new IPs start.
Well, think about like this failed Resident Evil game became Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
It's not only that, but
Or not even failed.
like Dante's Inferno that the original Devil May Cry was based on. Dante and Virgil and Trish and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody pointed something out that changed my life. That Dante's Inferno is actually Bible fanfic, and but it's regarded as like the high point of literature,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Again, yeah. So is the Book of Mormon, right? Like all that shit is just like some other person's fanfic. Like, oh, here's what would happen after Jesus died. He came to America.
Yeah.
And you did what? Yeah, he came to America, and it's all to serve their own needs, right?
Totally.
Now these brands aren't fucking religion and shouldn't be taken as such. Like their texts aren't gospel, and I think it proves that man-made shit can be changed.
And why the fuck did we never get a sequel to that great ass game, Dante's Inferno?
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Fantastic game.
The New
Because we already
Testament's
had
old,
God of
man.
War
We
3,
need
that's
another
why.
New Testament.
What's that, Vector?
We already had God of War, so you don't need another one.
Well, so that's why
want more.
I appreciated what they did when they wanted to reboot God of War. They took it to a completely different game style. You know?
Exactly.
They
yeah, guys.
that shit's good. But hey, dude, Beck, that's actually really good to hear that you got this stuff in the works. I can't wait to see that shit come out.
Yeah, I feel like everything happens for a reason, man, and like you'll find a way to use what work you've already put into this thing.
Yeah.
In a future endeavor.
Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah.
You know, like I've always said, you guys are such an inspiration to me. So thank you guys so much for what you guys do and just bringing positivity into so many people's lives. And it really, every time we're working on a video, I'm like, how do I make sure to do those guys justice and repay the kindness that they've shown me. And I want to thank the Academy, my agent, and
Thanks, Vector. We appreciate it, man.
Take care, man.
Later, guys.
Peace.
Man.
Always love to hear from Beck. Always love good conversations. Good times.
I'm so interested to hear that like Vector takes things into his own hands. Like, okay, they're not gonna make fucking the ending of this DMC story. I'll make the ending.
Yeah,
right.
And then again, genuinely, that is what makes fucking cool new IPs. Somebody saw Resident Evil 4 and they went, this will be EA's Resident Evil 4, and they called it Dead Space. Now it's one of the most beloved series in horror and in video games. Like they just released that remake, right? So. Like, take that as inspiration. If you don't like a story somebody's doing, add them all together. If you know the history of, like, even Star Wars, George Lucas was like, let's watch all of the movies, sci-fi movies that are out. Like, nobody had touched sci-fi in 4 decades. And he's like, well, let's just bring in everything
Let's
that
watch
I like.
Zardoz.
And all the books that I read from Dune. I mean, people haven't read these
He
things.
was in the desert for quite a while.
You know, it's a tale that anybody can relate to.
Trickster mode. I'm gonna try Trickster mode.
I think again, then you end up with a franchise like Star Wars. I think people need to do that more, and it'd be really fun. That's how Spawn came around, right? Todd McFarlane.
Shit! Is Todd McFarlane still gonna direct that?
No, I don't know.
He keeps talking about like he's directing the remake. Like,
is that movie still coming out?
It's happening. I'm still directing. Like I feel like I keep hearing him in his Instagram talking about that.
Oh man, that guy's always working. That guy's always working on some shit. I love
know
Todd
he's at
McFarlane.
cons all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Speaking of cons, before I jump into this portal, Brian, your boys at Mega 64, we know what's up. And what's up right now is the funky, fresh.
I'm so fucking happy.
The funky, fresh dick of Brian Abushakra, my king lord right here. That's what's up, son.
What's up?
But really, we're gonna be coming to cons. It always starts in spring, and PAX East is coming up here. That is our first official announcement for the con season. We're coming out to you in reality. IRL booth experience. shopping till your heart is content, panels and more.
What the fuck?
Eric Badur banned from entry at PAX East this Boston.
Don't walk away
In
from
May.
me when I'm talking to you.
When is it? No, it's not.
You did a goddamn job before sundown.
It's coming up before that. It's
what?
it's coming up. Anyway, we'll have more announcements soon. But if you're in Boston, if you're in PAX East, and you don't want Eric around,
What the fuck?
come on over to the Mega 64 booth. It'll be an Eric-free zone, and we'll
He
have
ain't
all
going.
kinds of new shit on sale.
Little baby.
You want to talk about streaming? You want to talk about scheming?
Little baby bitch.
Boston's where it happens.
March 23rd through
March-
26th.
Thank you, Brian. March 23rd through the 26th.
Why do they do 4 days? Fuck that shit.
It's 4 days, and I'm going to be there for every fucking
Why do
4.
they do that? No one wants to be there on Thursday. Thursday is like fucking
I wanna
Monday,
come
Labor
home.
Day.
Give me a 3-day con. I
What
want to hit
the
the gym
fuck?
twice with 1 day off, and I want to come home. Yeah, I got a lot of traveling coming up here.
Dude,
A lot of traveling.
Good luck.
Why? What do you say that? You've been to Florida last weekend. How was it?
it was good, man. I love traveling. It's fun.
Is everyone still masking up on the planes?
Hell no.
No masks.
No, well, you
And
don't
everyone-
have to if you don't want to.
I know, but is it? What is the ratio? 50-50?
No one. Like maybe like
No
ni-
one?
Like 2%. 2%.
Get in your room and be quiet.
You know, I'm gonna
2%.
have to breathe air like I did in 2018.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to breathe some 2018 air.
Yeah, it's
Fuck.
totally fine.
Bro, I can't stand
I
it.
did it twice and I ain't dead yet. Well, yeah, more than
all
twice,
right,
but
Uh, it's gonna be like kissing every person in that cabin on the mouth, and
Nah.
I'm there for it.
Germs are good.
What doesn't kill you
Yeah, man. I mean, that's how you get immunities.
only makes you stronger.
Saw how everybody got fucking sick after being inside for 3 years?
Dude,
'Cause
the
nobody
only
had
time-
fucking gotten any shit.
The only time I got the old Clovis was coming back from PAX East last year.
Oh,
coming
yeah.
back from Boston. I'm just sure I got it on that damn plane, but I don't know that. I don't know where I got it. Could have got it at the convention center. I don't know.
You never know. Honestly,
You never know.
At this point,
Son of Sparta.
At this point, it's just nice to be able to like go out places.
Oh, I don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't ever fucking think about that.
Yeah, it's.
I'll
back
think about
to
it if
that.
I get it again,
Yeah, I mean, we'll
and
probably.
then I'll cross that bridge when I get to it again.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get sick with something again. Like every year, there is always a new virus that
Cold,
goes.
flu.
Yeah, this one just.
Dude,
like,
well, I haven't had the flu or a cold in 2 years.
Yeah, yeah. I had like a little chest thing about a month ago, with like mucus and stuff, and that was
Ugh,
more like
mucus.
yeah, like acute bronchitis almost.
Ugh,
But
I hate
honestly,
that.
honestly, I got through that and it was fine. And I mean, yeah, I don't really get too sick when I do get sick. But every couple of years, you know, there's always a stronger thing that comes out.
What's the parry? That's the thing I'm
I want to
missing.
say L1, but I can't remember. And then circle is, I don't know. I
Well-
gotta dodge in this one.
That's the thing. Like, oh, it's that. That's it. It's circle to dodge.
Okay. But yeah, again, it's fun to be able to just
Don't
go
you ever fucking die?
and travel and see things again. Like, yeah, Walt Disney World Resort was just open and good, and there wasn't social distancing or anything in place, but everybody was, you know, respectful and good and whatever you need to be nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's way more touristy in Orlando, the park as a whole, whereas like here in California, it's, you know,
15 seconds.
15 seconds from a neighborhood. Like, there
40 seconds.
There are fucking, you know, houses right across the street from where the parking lots are, in Anaheim. So a lot of locals go to Disneyland,
Yeah.
but a lot of international people go to Disney World.
Gotcha.
That's what I really realized. Like, you could tell it was like people from many different backgrounds, like, because they were speaking the languages. Whereas here you pretty much hear English or Spanish, and then
Yeah.
every so often you'll hear the errant Japanese or Chinese.
We're supposed to go out to Universal, I think, like when I get back from PAX. Check out Nintendo Land.
Hell yeah, dude, that place fucking rules.
Yeah,
It's
you've been
fun.
there too. You've done quite a bit of theme parking lately.
Yeah.
You're a regular creepy old crypt.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I'm a regular old main guy, Rocco Bob.
your regular old demonic body.
Yeah.
Fucking happy.
No, I loved it. Disney Super Nintendo World is fun. I think you'll enjoy it.
I just haven't been to Universal since remember we all went with Mauricio and Louis and Rodrigo.
I wasn't there that day.
Oh fuck, you didn't come then? I have this memory of
No.
you being there with us on the escalators.
I know.
It's all I remember about Universal Studios is
Those fucking escalators.
big ass escalators.
Steep as shit.
Steep as fuck. And me going damn. Has anyone fallen off these escalators?
It's a far drop from there too. Because there's a little terrace where you can kind of see.
Because they serve alcohol in that park, and I just
Yeah.
remember thinking damn.
Yeah, they do.
No one's stumbled down. If you start tumbling down that escalator, man, it's a
You're donezo.
long fall.
You're donezo.
Maybe there's an elevator somewhere. We just missed it.
You know what? I don't think. Well, there has to be for
For
wheelchair
certain
access.
people, yeah.
Or who knows? Maybe there's
I got past level 10,
tram
Brian.
or whatever. Good
This
job.
is the furthest we've been here. Whoa! Look at you.
For some reason, halfway through the trip, I got that 2 Chainz song.
2 Chainz?
Yeah. Big booty hose.
Oh, okay.
All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe.
Yeah, I got
And I kept singing it out loud throughout the park. My favorite memory
All I want for my birthday
is a big booty hoe.
is a big booty hoe.
All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe.
Yeah, it's good. That's a good
Great track. The best thing I did, the best. I mean, I have a lot of really good memories from this last weekend. I'm gonna really it'll be one of those things that I'll think of when I'm older. Great time with my brother and my dad. But one of my favorite things that I wanted to share with everybody is Disney World at Magic Kingdom has the only Aladdin ride that I'm aware of. I don't know if there are others, but it's
Okay.
got basically a magic carpet version of Dumbo.
Did they play the Prince Ali song?
Yeah, I mean they play
Okay.
a bunch of songs or whatever. But when I passed by it, the animatronic camel that they have there spit,
Oh yeah, watch out, they spit.
which thankfully I didn't get hit by, but
It actually spits water?
yeah, I mean yeah.
That's fucking cool, dude.
And the best thing about it was while I was walking, I recognized that a Middle Eastern family was in front of me. Again, I said very multicultural there.
Of course. yeah, it's
Definitely
Florida.
Arab people who understand Arabic. Because
Okay.
I'd heard them speak it.
You can speak and understand Arabic
Yes.
as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they didn't do anything, but what happened was I said something to the effect of
Because you're there also with your father and your
and my
brother who
so
speak
they
Arabic.
so they speak Arabic too. So I just in English I go, the fuck is this or what's this goddamn camel? I didn't leave my country to come here and see camel.
Oh, your country, Brian.
And which I didn't. Live, I was born here.
I know.
And we don't have camels in Lebanon.
But you're fucking around with your dad.
But
your brother.
I know the people who can hear me in English will laugh because I'll say jokes for people around me loud enough to hear, to laugh, and so I say I didn't leave my country to fucking deal with camels, and then in Arabic I said son of a bitch, and the woman in front of me heard that because I said it loud enough. I'm like, oh sharmuta, and she just started busting up. She was with her family, and I'm like, yes, I got the one joke to the person who understood it. And
Son
my
of a
dad's like, that
bitch.
woman was laughing. I'm like, Dad, I know what I did. He's like, no, she heard what you said. I'm like, Dad, I know
I
what
get
I
it.
did. I know what I did. And it was great because that's depending on where you're from, that could be that kind of speech is really improper. So
But
saying
that
it-
lady was cool, so she's like,
either that
I'll let it
or
slide.
she snuck in a smile, indecent smile.
an indecent smile before someone caught her and
It's
caned
great.
her.
It's great. I love going to parks and messing with people. My brother was like, you know what's fun about going to the parks with you, Brian? I'm like, what? He's like, you're the first one in every ride to get into it and start cheering. And I'm like, yeah, because I know if I start doing it, everyone around me does. So when we get into Star Tours and they hit warp speed, I'm absolutely going, woo!
You're wooing?
Yeah, well, I'm reacting to it
Yeah.
because once I start doing that and start clapping, 9 other people join me and everybody else joins me every single time.
I gotta learn how to play Nero, so I'm going back in with him.
I like Nero. Nero's really fun.
He's got that exploding arm, and each arm in your magazine does a different thing.
Yeah.
There's one that's like a grapple. I should go into the customize.
Yeah, you can customize and add which ones you want.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how they work though. I think it's circle. We'll find out. Oh, Nico. Damn. Nico. Make a game. Can we do like DMC? There's enough characters. Fucking, we're talking about with Vector, other Resident Evil franchise, spin-offs into different genres. They should do a fighting game that's all the DMC characters.
Dude.
Like, you have Trish, Nico, Lady.
Yeah.
You have Dante, Virgil.
You have the enemies
V.
too, like the bosses.
Yeah, you could have Sparta. You could have what was the girl from 2 that no one talks about or acknowledges? Esmeralda or some shit?
Lucia?
Lucia, yes, Lucia.
Something like that, yeah.
Fuck it, we're gonna play that again sometime.
I want to play 3 now. You know what?
Yeah.
I mean,
talking to Vector, like I really don't have a memory of it. And that's freaking me out.
I have a very, very vivid memory of that game.
What was the story in 3?
Dominic played that. I don't remember any of the story. What I remember is it was the hardest Devil May Cry game ever. It was also one of the hardest games that had ever been released. It was the first game to have like a chicken shit mode that they added later.
Yeah, a dummy mode.
Yes, and like I remember it was so frustrating. Dominic's struggling through it, and this is where that story that we have of a friend was with us. It was me, Eric, and this other friend watching Dominic play through DMC3 after it had been released, and he was fucking suffering through this one boss. And our friend just goes, "Are you mad?" And Dominic just gives him the.
You don't want that.
And then our friend just looks at us and goes, "Why did I ask that question?" I've never seen somebody like
out
give
loud.
the iciest.
What? Out loud.
Yes.
Why did I ask
Why
that
did I
question?
ask that question?
Oh,
Because
no.
he had the most ice cold stare
Bruh.
from Dominic, and Dominic just got up and left the room after that for like 10 minutes.
Hey, everyone's pointing out, like, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Okay.
That was Dante, Trish, but not... Okay, they had Virgil, too. But not V, not Lady,
Get the
not
Marvel
Nico. Yeah, get fucking Spider-Man out of there.
Yeah.
No, but for real, like, give me just a Marvel fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel Versus has been, like, great. And in EVO this year, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is back, so that's fucking great.
That's cool.
I will enjoy watching those finals.
Yeah.
When West was down last time, we put the AVO on and like had a blast at my house.
Oh man, I cannot wait.
Didn't expect to ever watch that, and he was like, "Hey, can we put that on?" And I'm like, "Yeah, totally can." And had a fucking blast with it.
Oh wow, they give you a lot of shit to
They
take.
give you like every option, right? Punchline.
Oh yeah, because you can have up to 5. Yeah, no, honestly, that's like to me that's like watching the World Series. Like nowadays, I look forward to watching EVO, even if it's not a game that I like. I love watching pros play.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, you're using the punchline.
What
wait.
the fuck?
Oh yeah, he has the.
You can do so much with Nero.
Yep. Again, this game is all about playing the game fun. Like, just have style with it. It's
Yeah.
stupid as shit.
Like, he was pretty limited. Like, Dante has so many weapons unlocked that I was scrolling through, and it was like, all right, nunchucks, fucking, you're doing Bruce Lee noises, you're doing Michael Jackson dances with the hat. Now, the whole thing with this grabbing of the arm is like, I feel like I'm going to waste them all. And then V just doing the summon. Yeah,
It's really cool.
it's so crazy.
The replayability
how
in this game is
balanced,
cool.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can balance a game with 3. There's no one character breaking, like, I don't
Nope.
know.
Virgil.
Virgil's pretty OP, you think?
Yeah. Virgil fuck
You got to
up.
pay for him.
Well,
Samurai sword.
It's the Yamato. But no, it's fun. It's a really cool rush mode with him. Virgil is like ridiculously over. You do triple S's in like 3 attacks.
But dude, give me a No, not Marvel. Fuck that.
Just a Capcom
Give me a
fighting
Capcom fighting franchise.
Yeah.
Give me just like your best Street Fighter characters, your top tier guys and gals.
Yeah.
Give me all your DMC people, all your Resident Evil people that have ever been in the games, all your Let me take that again. Dark Stalkers characters. Who else? You got to get Beautiful Joe back.
Yeah, Beautiful Joe was, man, that's a game. That's a game I'd be down to
That's the
play
one
at some point.
I don't have
Replay.
that.
Oh, really?
I don't have a physical copy of that. And
Dude,
can I tell you?
did.
Can I tell you something about physical copies real quick?
Yeah.
Remember how long we were trying to hunt down? Pretty much the last half of the year before Halloween, I was trying to find a physical version of Silent Hill 3, which we beat last October.
Yes.
Well, in December we finally beat it. But I digress. So I was looking through my games and I was kind of looking behind. I've got a stack of PS4 and PS5 games, and kind of behind them are some old PS2 and Xbox games and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And I look like behind, and I'm looking at all these PS2 games, and I'm like looking at multiple copies of like every version of Metal Gear 3 that's been released. I have.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm looking at like a fucking like pristine fucking PS2 game, like almost no fucking wear on the physical case at all. I mean, I'm looking at the title. I'm like, what the fuck? This says Silent Hill 3.
Oh, you own the original?
That's a
That's
fucking-
not surprising.
That's a Silent Hill 3 copy that's like in mint fucking condition. Because remember how I said, like, I've never played the game,
Yeah.
but I could have swore I had it. Brian, I had it the whole fucking time.
Wow.
So I bought that PS3 collection and we played it thinking like, yeah, I'm not going to pay 80 or 90 bucks for Silent Hill 3. I think I found it at some conventions for over 100.
Yeah. If it's...
I'd be so mad if I bought it for 100 and I found that today. Like, it's pristine. Both discs are there. It's got the
Nice.
fucking... It's like never been fucking played.
I still
but
have the soundtrack.
I purchased it way back then, and I've had it just hidden behind a bunch
Wow.
of shit. I was so disappointed. I was like, well, we should have played it on a PS2 and not a PS.
I mean, depending on... I mean, you won't do this because I don't think you sell your shit, but if you get it graded and it's in good condition, it goes for up to $430.
I would tell you, dude, it's an unplayed version that's just not got shrink wrap on it, but it's been sitting on a shelf since its release. And in the last like however many years I've been at this house,
Yeah.
it's been behind another stack of games, so it never saw the light of day, and I didn't ever see it when I was looking through my shit.
Wow.
How funny, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Yeah.
I'm glad now. I'm like, holy fuck, I you know, it's cool I have that collection. I wanted to pick that up for PS3 anyway.
Yeah.
But now I'm very happy that I have the original still. Let me try this fucking thing. Oh yeah, it grabs that dude. That's kind of cool.
Well, aside from, I don't know how grading works anyways, but
I'm never gonna get something graded.
yeah, I would.
Personally, I'm just like not
I wouldn't
interested
either. But
in comics or cards or games, especially.
complete in box, it looks like it averages around $200.
That's cool.
With
I got a
everything
couple.
included.
I got a couple
It's not
good.
bad.
You know, all my mainline Resident Evil, Metal Gear, Final Fantasy, Silent Hill. I seem to have like the first 5 of every game in those franchises. And then like some of the other expensive stuff, I guess like I've got Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on PS2. I know the Dreamcast one's more sought after, but that's one of my rare games. I'm trying to think of what else.
I bet I have a lot of rare games that I don't know are rare. I mean, I have Garu Mark of the Wolves on Dreamcast. I
Yeah.
sell that shit.
That's a big one.
I think I have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on Dreamcast. I have the disc of
That's
a
a
lot
big
of
one.
shit. A lot. I mean, a lot of Dreamcast is rare.
Everything I have is in case with a manual too. Like,
Mhm.
trying to think of like those real expensive JRPGs. Like I know, you know, like without the greatest hits sleeve on them. You know, I've got, like I said, the Final Fantasies, but also like the Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger and some old cartridge games too that like I never even think about.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm sure I have a bunch of old cartridge games at my parents' house. I could do that. But honestly,
But
at
who's
this
buying?
point,
Like everyone says, they go for this much, especially if they're graded. But like, I kind of always come back to like, okay, and I look at the same 10 listings on eBay every fucking month, from months to years, they never get bought. No one's buying them for these prices.
Oh yeah, they are.
I feel like I don't see it.
I mean, I've seen Ryan drop like a bunch of money on games and packs because they're complete in box versions of games that he loves or whatever. Like not crazy money, but
That's at PAX.
I mean that's where people are buying them. They're
Yeah.
game collectors out
I
there
know,
the same
I-
way that vinyl
I
collectors.
see how fucking marked up they are when I go to these conventions, and I'm like, yikes.
Yeah.
Anything, if it's a mainline franchise game, like if it's a Final Fantasy, a Silent Hill, a Resident Evil game, they want like at least 80 for it.
Yeah. At least.
If it's a PS1, 2, or 3 game,
Mm-hmm.
they want 80 to 110.
Ryan just dropped $200 on a
Oh.
complete in box Mario Party 2.
Bruh.
So there are morons out there who are ready to spend any amount of money on shit.
Oh,
It just came out on the fucking Nintendo Switch.
JR
What the
did
fuck,
you dirty.
dude?
JR did you dirty, Ryan.
I love you, Ryan. I respect Ryan for what he does. He has earned his right to do whatever the fuck he wants to. That guy is totally cool. I'm not seriously gonna fucking give Ryan shit for collecting what he collects.
Give him shit.
But
I
Ryan,
like when we give Ryan.
I like giving Ryan shit, but I don't
He'll
want.
ban you though. Brian's the moderator. You got to be careful.
I don't think he can ban me. I'm a
I don't
mod.
know. I would.
I don't know if mods can ban.
I would give him permission just to like see it happen.
No.
Look at the fucking textures in the RE4, or I'm sorry, the Resident Evil engine. It's so fucking good. Like when you get close to these lizard men,
Yeah.
love lizard men. All my homies are friends with lizard men.
Yeah, dude. No, I love Ryan, and honestly, what's cool about when Ryan collects shit is that he's like a historian about it. So you get to learn about like that kind of shit, like what he's looking for and what he's found. It's really cool.
I just like I like collecting games that I enjoy
Yeah.
replaying, or I want to always be able to have a copy of this. Okay, maybe I can't play it with patches when it comes off of the online store another
Yeah.
20 years or whatever, but like I have this fantasy of my retired ass just sitting around playing all the great games.
Yeah.
And and then it's like or all my favorite franchises, not necessarily even that they're considered great. Like, is Mario Party, what did Ryan pay $200 for Mario Party 8?
No, for 2.
Mario Party 2.
That's N64.
Is that a great game? It's an N64 game.
Yeah, it's one of the best Mario Parties.
Is it?
Yeah, the first aren't like the first 3 like highly regarded.
I never played them.
I never played
Honestly,
them
I'm
either.
terrible at them.
I
Not as bad as Frank, mind you.
Oh my god. He's gotten better. He's gotten better since then. He started paying attention to how the games work. I wasn't there last night, but he definitely started to win some more
Get my
last
ass kicked.
week.
Don't I have double trigger?
Oh man. But yeah, again,
Fuck.
it's,
I just flew off all my arms again trying to find the double trigger mode.
Oh, isn't it L3 and R3?
Well, I don't know. Oh wow, I've got a punch.
Yeah, his punch is really what's good.
Really, I haven't even been using
Yeah.
it. Does he have different? What is? Oh, there it is. It was D-pad shit. That's right. Slice.
Oh
dice.
yeah. I remember. I
19
think I had to
seconds.
remap this game. Rainty said that they did it for theirs. I think I had to remap some characters because they had weird controls. That was the hardest part. Was like when you had to play the main story, you swap between characters.
Yeah.
So just when you got used to the rhythm of one, you'd be
5
thrust
seconds.
into another.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck. That's it. That's it. Let's just chill, Brian. Let's fucking relax.
Hell yeah.
Couple perverts sitting around, holding hands.
Pervert.
What else do you want
Gay
out
guy.
of life, boys? What else do you need out of life? We got a D. Boo.
The long D of the law.
I'm gonna stretch my feet out.
Yeah.
Take a long, deep look at the chat. Man, I had the Mega 64 Twitter up here earlier, just as
Oh yeah. Before this shit hit the fan.
yeah, about to go live, and then we restarted everything. But I had it up to talk about, well, number one, PAX, but also what the 64-hour special is today, Brian. The 64-hour special happens every week here on Mega 64 podcast, and this week, I should say, is no different. Baby Yado is here.
That's perfect.
Are you a fan of The Mandalorian? Mando just started. I watched the first episode.
Oh, you did?
I watched Mando. He went back to the city of somewhere, and he found his friend, Baby Yado. God, I get Vern Troyer vibes on this. I love this. But this is back in our shop. It's probably coming down tonight, so your time is limited.
Gotta get it.
Gotta get that Yado. Little Baby Yado, when you're watching Mandalorian with the subtitles on,
Yeah.
he coos. It says Yado cooing.
Oh.
Yado makes eating noise. Yado coos. I didn't know. What is cooing? Coo. I thought like a bird coos. I'm not into it. You ask me?
Cuckoo for Cocoa Pop.
No thanks. I'd rather not.
Oh. Well.
Okay, let's. No, I don't do Cocoa Puffs. Too much sugar, Brian.
Oh. Gotta stay off that sugar.
I know. I was working out hard today.
Sugar high.
I lifted really heavy on Sunday.
Sugar.
It was a pull day on Sunday.
Oh.
My cousin threw some chains over my
I
shoulders.
saw, man. You were
Oh
fucking.
my god.
It was crazy seeing you put do them muscle man squats.
It
or
was.
whatever that
It
shit
was. Yeah, it's exactly the technical term, muscle man squats. So I did my muscle man squats for the day with the never put a chain on.
Yeah,
Dude.
dude.
Let's make this hard. But now I'm like, oh, I got to make it harder in the backyard too when I'm there by myself. So I don't have a spotter back there, but I'm out there with like ropes and fucking cinder blocks. I'm hanging up from my earlobes and
Hey guys.
Stretching the mirrors.
stick a fucking bad dragon up my ass and really
Oh.
just, yeah, as much weight as I can put on. Fill every cavity, right?
Yeah.
Put every ounce in, and then when I walk around farmer carries, it's extra heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Train with weighted armor like
It's my
Piccolo.
first inflation. I fill up too. I'm carb loading and I'm vascular restricting. I'm doing everything that you should and shouldn't do. Well, and what am I training for? What's this? What's the outcome even?
Kick somebody's ass.
Am I going to the Creator Clash? A lot of people are asking now, what's this mean? You're tweeting out some crazy training video. What's the training for? Well, the training is for me to know and you to find out. So
Oh, son of a bitch!
Well, there you go.
it's time for AEW.
And now, with a rampage, here's King Lord Abu Chakra to give you the Raw SmackDown.
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, Brian, we had an AEW pay-per-view.
That's right. That's right.
It wasn't Full Gear. It was Revolution.
Yeah.
And what are all the pay-per-views? There's Full Gear, Revolution. What's the one we went to in Vegas?
All or Nothing.
Is All or Nothing one of them?
Wait. No.
Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing.
That's
sorry.
because it's a Vegas themed poker thing. Is it just 4 pay-per-views a year?
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So I gotta say, I loved every fucking second of every match, including the buy-in. I had a great time with AE Dubs. I can't complain.
I appreciated this one wasn't over 5 hours. It was barely over 3.
Yeah, and it felt long because I'm watching the buy-in at home, and then I'm watching everything.
Yeah.
It all came up to this, and I think the highlights for me were definitely Bryan Danielson.
Yep.
What is he now? Daniel Bryan?
No, you had it right. Bryan
Oh
Danielson.
fuck! See, I always think I'm wrong.
His real name is Bryan Danielson.
Right, because Danielson is a real last name. Bryanson is not, right?
No.
I don't.
No.
Daniel
Well, it might
Bryanson.
be, but everything about it, all the matches were booked
Danielson
really well.
Bryanson
I'm so fucking happy.
versus MJF.
Eric used to call him Daniel Bryan Danielson, I think.
Moxley and who fought Moxley in the Hangman Page.
Hangman,
Is
Hanger.
coming back.
Yeah, dude.
It was great that the three-way with Ruby Soho. I loved that match too. Jamie Hayter.
I like the ending better than the match.
Okay,
Post match
okay.
better than the actual match.
I could watch Saray all day, baby. And
you want to talk about some inflation?
MJF was on fire.
Yeah.
MJF was the best he's ever been, and then the clips I'm seeing from the media scrum afterwards
Yeah.
are phenomenal.
I still haven't seen those.
I think you should look them up if you can.
Okay.
Johnny sent this to me, and I could point you in the right direction because, like, I would love to even just watch this. And I don't think we'll get flagged for like media scrum. It's media. We're doing media research, right? There's Uncle Tony Khan.
Oh yes, dude. I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that. We were talking about what we think about this pay-per-view a couple weeks ago when I was on last.
Uh-huh.
And I was saying, like, I think the reason they're booking an Iron Man match is that MJF is going to come out and show people exactly how good of a wrestler he is. And then, I was really happy to see that I was right about that. And
Yes.
even still, like Eric and I were talking about it, he was saying it's probably the best Iron Man match he's watched. It's one of the best I've seen. I'd have to think back and really think about. But, man, that one was really good. And it was played well for both sides. And the craziest thing was that Bryan still looked like he could go another hour.
Dude
honestly.
is so good. Yeah.
That
like-
guy's endurance is insane.
And the way they told that story, the way it all unfolded, and everything was just like at the top of its game for any wrestling I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude.
And this is fantastic. Nothing to say but praise.
Yeah.
Every match across the whole thing. And here I've just fast forwarded to a section where it's just a little glimpse. We'll watch a little bit of this, but him fired up as he enters the media scrum is so, it gives me goosebumps. But here we go.
Wrestler in the world! There is no more complete wrestler on this planet. Nobody's got my body. Nobody's got my mind. Nobody's got my brain. Inside that ring, on the microphone, hell. Even in a goddamn press conference, nobody can fucking touch me in this business. I don't need a whole group backing me. I don't need someone in my ear advising me what to say, how to walk, how to talk. There is nobody. And I mean nobody. On my level.
good.
And you're going to hear it over and over again because ain't nobody dethroning the devil. Goddamn, I got a horn growing out now. Shit's getting real, isn't it? But I feel good. My back ain't against the wall no more. I got nothing to panic about. I'm having
feel
fun
good.
now. Tony, you ready to have some fun, answer some questions?
Yeah.
Good shit. Got some Kalen and Kalen pickles over there.
Tony feels like the uncomfortableness in the room. I've seen another angle of that same rant.
Yeah.
But it's like, he's right. Like, he's dude's a fucking blue flame. He's on fire at its sharpest point and hottest. It's really interesting seeing this right now.
I cannot
Best
wait.
in the world. He kept saying best in the world too during that Iron Man match, and I was like, me and Johnny are looking at each other. It's like, is CM Punk gonna come out at the end of this?
Not
Like,
at the end of it.
why does he keep saying best in the world? Because why, Brian?
Because what I've been fucking saying the whole
He's gonna
time.
challenge Punk. You're gonna
Punk's
hear
gonna come out. He's gonna give
cult of
all this shit.
personality's gonna pop.
He's gonna say all this shit about Punk. He's already been stealing the gimmick that Punk had established about being the devil.
Yeah.
Then he's bringing pickles to this press conference.
He's pouring waters on a kid. Wait, what's the pickle relevancy?
So
I didn't know
that's
what that was.
So he just right at the end, he was like,
Well, yeah, I saw that in the earlier clips.
He's
too.
like, we got some whatever pickles. That's the same fucking thing as when Punk was eating the muffin.
Oh, the muffin. That's what it's a callback to.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
because it's from a delicatessen probably,
Yep.
and he wants to plug this.
I swear to God, I
Woo!
really.
Can you imagine going an hour and then having any energy to just be that fucking on you're not even cutting a promo. You're doing a media scrum.
I mean, you're cutting a promo.
That's what that
yeah,
was.
anything
but
with the camera on, you're cutting a promo.
That had some flair in it, right?
I mean, it had everybody. He's such a good orator. It's such a fun time to listen to him. And then he got in the ring and showed everybody that they have the ability to fucking wrestle as well.
And like after the hour, I'm like, yo, like all the things I thought about, like, oh, this is gonna happen, I would then forget about, because I'm like, oh, when's the Diamond Ring come out? Like, and then it's like, oh, I guess he's not gonna do it. Like, and then I totally forgot, and then of course he's gonna do it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I love that.
I was fully invested in that full hour. I never looked away.
I love that he wanted to use the ring, and then Bryce was like, go ahead. I'll disqualify you and you'll lose your championship.
Yeah.
I thought that was such a good, like, it's such a better way to deal with a heel having something to use, rather than it being like, oh, the ref's dumb. It's like, no, the ref's like, oh, go ahead, use it.
Yeah.
I will disqualify you, and that'll count as
Who was it? Because I think also one of my favorite moments, I forget which match it was, but someone got cheap heat off of pushing Aubrey. Referee Aubrey Edwards around.
Yeah, that was Jeff Jarrett.
And then she that's what it was. It was Jarrett. She pushed
that.
his ass back hard.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know why, it's such a cheap fucking
I love that
move,
spot.
but like I love it. I do love when they like start pushing Aubrey around and she fights back.
The referee fighting back is always my favorite thing.
And her especially, there's something that is so over with her and the crowd that they're like, oh, she doesn't take shit.
No, and Jericho helped her. It's great.
Yeah.
I love Aubrey Edwards. I think they're somebody who knew nothing about wrestling and then really stepped into this role with AEW. Like, like whatever it was that made them want to be, you know, because
It's
they worked
crazy.
for
They're in
fucking
game
Take 5.
development.
Yeah, they worked
on Scribble Nuts.
Yeah.
That like we were probably like visiting their office.
She was probably there,
employed at that time over in Washington.
Yeah, if you look, I think one of her wrists or on her forearm, she has a Starlight tattoo.
Yeah.
I've probably said that a million times.
I would love to see. That's the one thing. Is
she was reffing in Defy for a long time.
I should see if she's in the game, because we're in the game, and I know all of the developers put their names in the game too.
Yeah,
I've never checked that out. In fact, I have Scribble Nuts Unlimited on my phone. You can still do, like, you know, Big Gay Rocco, and it's like a giant, like, rainbow-colored, like, Rocco Bodie appears. All of it still works. Eric Badur's in there. I'm afraid of the sun, and I like cats. Put my name in any third-generation Scribble Nuts and older. A lot of people don't know that. If you put Mega 64, you get the logo. Too.
Yeah.
But I want to put in Aubrey Edwards and see.
Probably not, because that's not her real name.
Oh, it's not? That's a fucking ref name?
That's a gimmick name, yeah.
Okay, what's her...
Brittany Aubert. Yeah, she's in it.
I'm loading up Fifth Cell right here, as you remember. Iron Galaxy. Scribblenauts. Oh, it's Scribblenauts Remix. What the fuck?
Remix.
It's Valentine's Day. Okay, what is Brittany? B-R-I-T-T. What was it? You just moved the screen. Sorry. Brittany Aubert. That's her real name?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes with...
Aubrey Edwards.
Aubrey Edwards. That's so funny. Brittany... A-U-B-E-R-T. I wasn't ever very good at Scribblenauts because I am terrible at spelling. Sure enough, dropped the character right fucking in.
Right there.
I'm telling you, like, because if it wasn't in the game, it wouldn't populate. So it's sitting right there with God. There's a referee Aubrey Edwards. If you put in her real name.
Yeah.
Let me just see. I'm gonna do. What was
What the fuck?
Dude, a couple weeks ago we watched the Invisible Wrestling match that Remsburg refereed.
Yes.
In GCW, and man,
video is.
It's still so good.
It's
like
so
at
good.
first you're kind of like, I don't know, and then like halfway through the match you're like, this fucking rules. Like, not, I don't know, in a way of doubting it. You're just like, can this continue for 10 minutes? And then it does, and you're like,
It's
wow,
entertaining.
by the end of it, you're cheering.
Here's a giant Eric Badur.
Yo, he's my best friend.
He's my best friend. He a real bad bitch. He got his own money. He don't need no lift.
Oh, man. Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan. It's a 5-star classic indeed, Ryan. Man, I fucking love that match. I love that match. I will watch it at any time. Remsburg, I didn't know much about him, and somebody had me watch that a while ago, and it got me over on Remsburg immediately.
I love Bryce Remsburg, man.
Yeah. Oh, look. There's little Garrett
There's
Hunter.
little Garrett Hunter. Oh, well, let's give him a black cat. B-L-A-C-K-A-T. Meow. And as soon as I drop it,
Meow.
hearts. Oh, look, me and Aubrey Edwards like cats.
Oh.
That's one thing we have in common, Aubrey.
So what?
Listen, I'm trying to get in an AEW dark match. The fan base wants to see it.
Hey.
Are you enjoying the live broadcast?
We were enjoying the pay-per-view that AEW provided, as we talked about earlier. I've been enjoying training with my pro wrestling buddies as well. We've been enjoying bringing this show to you today. Oh, and I got the Scissor Sister right in the face.
Yes. Sesame, daddy ass.
Yeah, here's the Scissor Me Timbers. Billy Gunn is, not knowing anything, not being a fan of wrestling during DX, not knowing anything about him, he's just so impressive physically that I love him on camera. And the fact that I know he's from the Raymond 14 thing. Like, in my mind, that's why I like Billy Gunn and I like DX. Because of fucking Raymond 14.
That's great.
And if you're not down with that, suck it. But, really, that's where I know Billy Gunn from.
I know. It's great.
I got in so late.
Billy Gunn.
Not your line or not.
Get away, suck it.
Not your line or not. I just gotta say happy birthday. Alright. Not your line or not. I just gotta say happy birthday. Alright, bye.
There's a lot of birthdays being celebrated lately.
Not your line or not. I just gotta say happy birthday. Alright, bye.
All right, bye.
Even Jess,
you Eddie.
Jess got that birthday message.
Brian, I just left a message on your answering machine of happy birthday. Take that back and fuck you.
Oh!
Whoa! Okay.
This hat was a late game purchase,
Uh-huh.
but it sucks. Oh, I put it on him? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
And then you attack him.
Well, it uses
Blood.
and you can't spend your money if you're using it all. Like, it uses 24 every time I shoot it.
Yeah,
right?
but I think you get more back.
I always never used it because I thought, it just fucking drains you. Now
The
this.
hat is how you make money, according to Ranty. I didn't know that.
You use the hat to make money.
Okay.
Is that what Ranty's saying?
I get. Yeah.
Well, I got. Look, okay. Let's put the hat back on. Let's go with your plan here, Ranty. Oops, I didn't mean to go devil mode.
My mom says I know everything about wrestling.
So the hat's on. I was at 50,000 something. Now I'm at 49. I don't know how to fucking use it goddamn effectively, though. I'm getting my asshole kicked. Alright. Enough of that shit. We lost money. I don't know how you gained money. We're at 48,000 now. And I'm about to fucking diz-eye. Oh, that's it. It happened. There you go. I would love to play through this again for the story and the cutscenes because they were good. Like every time Nico crashes that van through fucking building
great.
to upgrade your equipment. I love the wacky Japanese story. So I would actually like to revisit this game and not just play Bloody Palace. But, for today's fucking around intentions, that's what we're doing. Now, Ranty Rose is also on the fucking Discord, if you believe it, Brian.
Oh.
Could you drop Ranty in?
Dropping them in like it's.
We're about to wrap up. Let's talk to Ranty and see how the night is unfolding. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Long time.
What up?
What up, G?
Might not be able to hear you.
Oh, we can hear you though, just fine.
Uh-oh.
It happens.
Turn
If you
up your
need to drop
speakers.
me, that's okay.
It's okay. We'll try again. Maybe we'll drop and connect again.
Let's try.
I forgot. Who's this guy hanging out with us back here?
That's
I really need to play this game again. I do not
forgot.
fucking remember.
I forgot.
Totally, dude.
He's some like detective or some shit.
What
I
are the
don't know.
secret
Hello?
missions?
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Might not work out tonight.
Oh no.
Well, hold
I've
on,
only cleared
Ranty.
one.
If you can hear us through the stream, why not at least ask a question?
And we'll answer off air.
And we'll answer it so that you can at least get that.
Great.
Yeah. And then if not, I'm talking to no one.
No, we're gonna be quiet for the response. I think it'll work. Maybe. It's not working, Brian. We tried.
I'll type it in the chat.
We tried.
I can't hear you through Discord, so if you have to drop me, that's okay. But
Here we go.
if you can't hear me,
Yes.
I just want to say I'm glad to see you playing Devil May Cry 5. I think you're doing excellently.
Oh. Level 10 in the Bloody Palace, Brian. That's
I
excellent.
could not ask for a better example of someone playing this game.
Really?
You don't have the ability that you need to get the money with the hat yet. You need to upgrade it.
Okay.
I think as far as it'll go. But you don't need to worry about that because you've clearly mastered it. So don't do anything differently. You're playing it perfectly.
No, I think Ranty's being a little facetious, but I'm doing my best.
You're doing well, yeah.
It's secret mission time now.
Well, Devil May Cry has always been a game that takes like a groove to get into. Like I'll always pick it up in the first hour or two. I cannot make anything happen.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh right, slow down this, speed up this, connections through here with like, ripcord moves. But it's basically
eliminate.
It's getting the rhythm.
In 20 seconds or less.
Yeah, I didn't like these in the game.
These are just the secret missions, but yeah, this one's hard. 20 seconds?
Shit like this is cool, but honestly, I don't like stuff like this in games. Like, beating things within a time limit to me is not like...
Yeah, these are optional.
Yeah, and that's why it's cool that they're optional. It's fun to have that when you want a challenge.
I definitely can't do this one.
The secret missions are...
I thought you already dropped Ranty. It's going to be hard
kind
to get
of
a second
not
question.
optional in a way because they're how you get all of your health upgraded, like 100%.
That's how you do it.
Okay. Well, that makes
Well,
sense.
thanks again for calling in and getting our question in. I think it'd be hard to
there's
keep
also
this
a place
Brian,
from
you
the
gotta
main
drop.
menu called the Void.
Go ahead.
Where you can try
You can
out
drop
all
the
your
question,
combos
please,
without
because it's not
worrying
going to work.
about.
I'm already like completely lost.
Oh wait.
It works once.
It works once.
But thank you, Ranty. I'm glad we're playing a game that people are like, either like Vector said, like controversially opposed to, or a fan of.
Yeah.
Maybe controversial is not the right word. Warning: my phone is getting hot. Aubrey Edwards and Giant Eric Badur are fighting.
Oh, they're still playing. Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly can't switch this game off.
Whoops.
I turned the fucking darkness way down. What is this mode? Oh, this is that other shit. Supposed to fight these guys in 10 seconds and turn my phone off at the same time. Hold on, we're gonna do this one over again because I was definitely not prepared. How the fuck do I turn? Look, like I can't swipe up. Up. There we go. Now it's gone. Whew. That's an old game, Scribblenauts.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
Those are fun.
But it's crazy, like it works on the newer phone, but I haven't opened that app in probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, not on. This is the first time I opened it on this phone, for sure. The only reason I keep it around, it's like I'm in a video game. I can't not have that installed on my phone.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Oh!
What happened?
Probably not allowed to get hit.
Yeah.
Each one has its own stipulation.
Not looking at that. Maintain the S stylish rank.
Yeah,
so that
see,
means
for me, I'm
not
like,
getting
this sucks.
hit.
This sucks. No, it's keeping
It's
it
a
at
challenge.
this point. At least it's keeping it at stylish. That just means keep your shit going, your combo going.
Oh, but getting hit drops
hit,
your combo.
Yeah, okay.
So it's getting hit is what's killing
Okay,
me.
that's cool.
But do I have to try with these weapons? Because the fucking rocket launchers are so slow. Oh, there we go. Ah, but I'm not, like, prepared yet. Woo! I can't see myself. Okay. Fucked up. Pressing the wrong buttons. I'm equipping the wrong shit. Give me just the fucking... Oh, I quit. God damn it. Give me Ebony and Ivory and Sparta. That's all I want. I remember getting really good with the rocket launchers and the motorcycle.
Those are fun.
They are fun. They are fun. Start me off with fucking Ebony and Ivory. What are you doing? It won't do it? Whatever. Whatever. Let's try one more time. God, you know what else is coming up here? We might have to miss a poorly played stream for it.
Oh, yeah?
But the Boysenberry Fest at Knott's Berry Farm.
Hell yes.
So it's almost time. It's coming back around.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait. I was just talking to Rocco about it today, telling him how excited I am.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It's one of my favorite things to do every year. It's a great time. It's always fun to hang out with everybody.
We gotta take the little guys out first.
You know, last year we went and had a great time with Rocco and Kevin and Rachel and Jess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Rachel's friend was there.
Friend was there.
I was like, what?
I forgot their name for a second because I only know them from
Well, we only met them at that one event.
So I was like, I think I know what their name is.
Yeah,
but that was
that's
really fun.
That
And,
was
like,
a lot of fun.
I like different kinds of foods they have. I like going around the park.
And see, that's what I wanted to kind of ask you about Walt Disney World. Like, because for me, going to a theme park or whatever, like rides are okay.
Yeah.
But like, man, I'm at the point now where it's like, oh, what kind of food you got?
Yeah.
What good stuff? And that's like all Boysenberry Fest is. I think that's why I like it so much. It's like, this isn't about riding rides. It's about it's a taste tour.
Yep.
Of all these Boysenberry flavored things.
And walking around the park together with your friends.
Yeah.
Man,
why'd I quit?
I don't know. I really enjoy that part of it. I like being in the park with Rocco and Kevin since they know so much about parks and stuff. You always get to learn.
See, that's where they get annoying.
Oh, see, I like to learn about all that shit.
I'm joking. I'm fucking around.
Yeah. But I enjoyed learning all the stuff about the different parks and seeing the different stuff. Like, the last couple of years, we went on more rides, too, which were cool, because I hadn't been on a lot of the rides. But I also don't need to go on big-ass roller coasters, things with drops and stuff like that. I'm just there to hang out and eat food. And they have food, they have drinks, they have...
I'm there to hang out, eat food. Yeah, now that they have alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, as
like,
part of the fucking thing.
Every single one, right?
Yeah, dude.
I think, like, every station had a booze option, which was cool.
Which was great,
yeah.
Because we ate beforehand the fucking 5-piece chicken dinner or whatever, 5-course chicken dinner, which is good. But
I did not.
Man, I don't think I'll do that this year. I want to enjoy the foods and the things that we taste, not be so fucking full that I don't want to taste anything else.
Right.
I really liked it. It's always fun. It's also kind of like, at that point, it's typically like the week of or the week after spring hits, so it really feels like, all right, now we're in the warmer part of the year instead of it being like as cold as it's fucking been here the last couple of weeks or months. So like, yeah, there's just this whole like, all right, now we're in the warm season, the fun season. Knott's is such a cool place to hang out at anyway. That yeah, it's just fun, and I like hanging out with everybody at the park. It's always fun to have conversations and chill and just talk about stuff, and everybody's having a fun time. So that's why I always enjoy it. So yeah, that's coming up.
That is fucking right
Look
around the
forward
corner.
to it.
Fucking corner, right around the fucking corner, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
I had it, dude. I had the big guy down first, and then I was gonna take off the peons.
Hell yeah.
Peons, dude.
Hell yeah.
Nope, hell no. I got fucked up already. Double mode, if I trigger that early, that's good. I'm comboing, I'm parrying, I'm getting the shots in that I need to. Double triggers out. Oh! How do you do it without getting hit?
Dodge.
I don't know what the dodge is.
Circle.
It's not working then.
Oh.
Let's see. The lock-on's got me all fucked up too. That's what I noticed in Elden Ring, man. I die a lot when I lock on.
Oh.
If I lock onto a boss and fight him, versus like I just go in and like try to fight and aim and don't use the lock-on, I am so much better. I can get away. Like if you're locked on, sometimes it's hard to escape and go heal because you don't move with your back turned to the enemy.
Yep. That's what somebody literally just said after you said it. With locking on can be a trap in those Souls games.
It's a total trap, dude. Yeah, it's a guaranteed hit if you're like powering up for some shit, you know. But
yeah.
Damn, how many times do I try this in a row before I give up? Oh shit! I thought I already got hit. But also too, when I don't lock on, I'm not hitting. Okay, dodge worked there. Woo! Me and Trish went and saw the new Guy Ritchie movie, and I know a lot of you were saying like, what new Guy Ritchie movie? Because yeah, like, does anyone even know about this?
Yeah, Guy Ritchie teaming back up with his boy Statham to make a new movie, man.
And Aubrey, I almost said Aubrey
Plaza.
Edwards. Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if Aubrey Edwards is in movies.
I bet it's fun. Well, how was it?
It was super fun, dude. I had a blast. Like, it was a lot of fun. Typical, I mean, Guy Ritchie movie. I think my favorite might be Snatch.
Snatch or Lock, Stock?
Or, yeah, I think Snack is... Snack.
Ooh, I
Snatch
like
is
Snack.
a little better than Lock, Stock. Oh, I got it.
Well done.
I do like, I'm trying to think. The last one he put out, he heavily uses, who's the, they're all British actors, but who's the British actor who had that scandal with a prostitute in the 90s? Are you looking it up right now?
I don't know.
You're looking at Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
'Cause I'm pretty sure Guy Ritchie directed that movie.
He
Hold on.
did? Wow.
No. I'm thinking of something else. Guy Ritchie directed Aladdin.
Hugh Grant is in it. He uses Hugh Grant a lot. He used him in the last movie he made, but the last movie he made had Matthew McConaughey in it. It was good. I like that movie a lot. There's a group of like guys that train at a boxing gym, but they're also like YouTube rappers called the Toddlers. Like,
right.
So fucking happy.
The last movie was really good, but this new one is like, it's just a fun spy action thriller kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like Mission Impossible spy team saving the world for the British Secret Service. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And it's going right away. It's a fucking tight like hour and a half or 2 hour. It wasn't long at all. Aubrey Plaza is like super fucking funny in it. She's on fire right now. She's having a whole resurgence after that Black Lotus season 2 that she was in. But it's great, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I hadn't gotten to the theater in a long time. Me and Trish saw that I think this weekend.
Yeah, there hasn't been much I want to see in the theater. I still haven't seen Quantumania. Kind of want to see that.
That was.
Yeah, I remember you weren't too much on that. I kind of just don't care.
Yeah, honestly, that's the way I feel about like Mandalorian and like all the Marvel shows.
Yeah.
And now the Marvel movies, I'm kind of like, I mean, I'll go, and I saw it. But.
It's a transitional time, so I'll pay attention when there's something worth paying attention to. Like if they introduce mutants into the world, then I'm in.
Well, I'm hearing all this stuff about Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
And Hugh Jackman confirmed like he's training to be Wolverine in that.
Huh.
So I'm there.
I'll watch that.
I'll be there, and that'll be the most anticipated thing.
The Deadpool
for
movies
me
are
again.
fine, honestly.
They are fine, and I am a sucker for anything that Wolverine is going to be in, whether Hugh Jackman plays him or not. But I do love the fact that across the cinematic universe, only Hugh Jackman has played Wolverine.
I know.
And he's done it so many fucking times.
So fucking happy.
And
It's
it
insane.
keeps it consistent, and always fucking good, I will never stop watching if they keep doing it. He said he's done so many times, and they're gonna do it again.
I mean, he loves to do it. And
I don't think he does. I think they just throw so much money at him, he can't say no.
Huh? Yeah, maybe.
It's for him to get into that shape. It's a whole fucking thing.
Ah, yeah.
The reason I saw this announced that I guess he's like in it was him talking about a workout plan and an eating meal plan to get into that shape.
Jeez.
And I bet, he's so old, it's probably dangerous to transform himself so drastically. In his fucking 60s? How old is Hugh Jackman?
I don't know.
Huge Actman.
Well, I think he stays generally that size anyways.
Oh, you do?
He's 54.
Oh, he's 54. You think he genuinely stays that size, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense for him to stay that size, just in case,
Well, I'm glad you think that, Brian.
But I don't think he stays as fit. You know what I mean?
He's generally a well-built dude, but he gets fucking shredded. I mean, he gets down to like probably 7% body fat, and then he gets all super vascular.
Yeah, he does. Dude.
I mean,
he gets huge. Ackman.
That fucking huge Actman. I love him.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna be Wolverine? Glenn Danzig? Maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal.
No. He's gonna be Snape.
He's in everything else. Jesus.
Yeah, everything I'm watching is Pedro Pascal in it.
Which I'm fine. He's easy to look at.
I'm getting a little burnt out. Well, at least in Mandalorian, he's
got the
mask
fucking mask on.
He's not allowed to take that off. Although he did. Son of a bitch. Welcome to the end of the show, Brian.
Damn, already. Fuck. We hit
been
2 hours. Wow. What a blast.
In honor of Billy Gunn.
Are you ready?
Let's hear a little DX spoof.
No. I said, are you ready?
Hey.
Then,
For
with thousands in attendance, for millions watching online, let's get ready to suck it. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya. Suck it!
Good night, folks.
Motherfuckers.